Previously on the Lineage of Moonreach. We arrived in the Starlight Plane. We found a house, a very suspicious house with some funky soup in it. And then we found direction that there was going to be a midwinter festival in Demon Fort. So we made our way to Demon Fort, and we got some actually useful information from a kind gentleman demon. And there's one way out, and we need to win this competition at all costs. We split up, and we all have different tasks that we have at hand, and we're just gonna see how it goes.
The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach.
All right, welcome. This is the D20 Syndicate podcast.
Woo. Yeah!
Whee!
This is a bi-weekly actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast where we go on adventures so you don't have to. I am your host and DM, Seth, and around the table we have our players.
I'm Tomas, and I play Tomas.
I am Elijah, and I play Hirstag.
I'm Lindsey, and I play Pinwin.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Gorbel.
And yeah, so we are in episode, I believe, 19 now.
Wow.
And
We're
we've been
old.
doing this for a little we are old now. We've been doing this for a little
so
bit.
much.
And I must stress, if you guys are listening now, start at the beginning. It's so much better to start from the beginning. This is a long-going story, and you might be really confused. Or if that's what you're into, I've said it before, fucking go for it. I'm not your dad.
Unless he is.
Unless I am. Please contact me. I've been looking for you. I got a 23andMe.
Just went to look for a dishwasher at Sears, and turned around and you were gone. Probably an old man now. But I didn't get to tell you about the birds and the bees. Anyway, this is bi-weekly.
We already covered that, yeah.
Watch,
Mondays and Thursdays. This will be Monday's episode. Right now we are in, as you heard in the recap, we are in Demon Fort.
Do we have a review to read?
Oh, actually, that is a very good point. We did have a very short and sweet review. Now, keep in mind, guys, if you would like your review read, leave one. I'm pulling this up from our iTunes, or the podcast app on iTunes. So if you're leaving them, we will read them. Let's see here. All right. This is, like I said, short and sweet from Samus Ra Ra. 5-star review, naturally. And it says, "This is an awesome podcast on D&D. Highly recommended. Checking it out. You won't be disappointed." 2 exclamation points. No other punctuation.
Awesome.
I can only imagine you were so excited to leave this that you just typed it all out, just one go, and boom, sent.
Well, Samus doesn't have time to write reviews because there's all those monsters that she has to shoot.
That
Samus
is
doesn't
correct.
even have time to have a real name.
Correct.
Fan of Metroid.
Yes. So Samus Ra Ra, we appreciate that.
Not sure what the rah-rah is.
I mean,
maybe they like the Sun God.
Yeah,
and
twice.
Metroid.
Leave reviews. We'll read them. We really appreciate it. Thanks so much for listening, guys. We will continue to do this for as long as we have listeners. And so far, so good. We passed 500 this week, and we're closing. Oh, we just passed 550, I think. So we're closing in on 6. Our music, our intro song, I keep forgetting to shout out to Chad. Chad Piper wrote our intro song, and then all the music you're going to be hearing in these episodes is Adrian Von Ziegler. So please check him out. We have a link in the description, and you can listen to his stuff. And he has been kind enough to offer this up. So hope you guys like the tunes. And anything else anybody wants to bring up?
Well, you know how you say we go on adventures so you don't have to? It's killing me not to say so you don't have to also. So you don't have to. You know, like everyone does, like cheers.
The word.
No,
Yeah, I was like, I don't think that's
like we're just
grammatically
like,
correct.
yeah.
Oh, like as a group?
Yeah.
So you don't have to.
I brought this
G.I.
up, and they
Joe.
said
That was
you
shouted
guys said it
down
was
at the
way
press
too
conference.
cheesy.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I know, but I'm very like
I'm
I am
resistant to change.
so on the cusp of just saying it every time, like because in my head every time I'm like, sorry.
Well, just say like think about it for the end of the episode when he says it again. Then you could just.
I can at
sneak it
the
in there.
end.
I mean, you could.
What
sneak
if I like mutter it?
Oh yeah, we four of us went to
Con of the North?
Con of the North
Con of the
this
North.
past weekend. That was really fun. We threw out some. We networked just a tiny bit and had a little bit of fun. We played Starfinder. It was a good time. We're planning on going to GaryCon here in a couple of weeks. So please, if you're gonna, well, this will probably already be over with, but we're also planning on going to Gen Con possibly and Origin this year. So and additional conventions. So
Yeah, if you guys want to meet up, send us a message or something.
yeah, absolutely. We would love to hear from you, or just send us a message for any reason. We love hate mail, fan mail, regular mail,
Hot goss.
bills.
Please send us your bills.
We won't pay them. Though.
We will not pay them,
We will gladly rip them up for you.
or draw on them and send them back to you. All right, so I think we should just kind of hop into it. As we left off, a gentleman, you guys are in the Starlight Plane where magic is unavailable to you. However, right as we kind of closed out the last episode, what was indicated was the announcer of the games, the Midwinter Games. He looked like to you guys using some magic as he announced that the winner will receive not only a plain key but also a nightmare diamond. And that's and then he was
De Beers.
De Beers. Yeah.
A nightmare diamond is forever.
Every kiss begins with nightmare diamond.
Screams.
All right, let's get going. So you guys are now watching as the assembly of people is starting to get a little bit rowdy as people are celebrating the night before the games begin. And you can see everybody's in full merriment mode. It's almost exclusively demons and tieflings here. But these aren't demons, as I kind of indicated before, like you had heard of before. They're almost humanoid in their interactions and just their shape in general. They're a lot of them are much bigger than you guys, but they're not these horrible creatures that'll rip you to shreds. They just some of them seem like jerks, some of them are kind of nice. So, yeah. Makes you think.
Some of them try to drink a lot.
Tell me what I
and it
think.
doesn't.
I think nothing.
Okay, so where are we right now?
You guys are standing in the market square where they have that stage erected. And yeah, you just see you're surrounded by shops and different businesses and buildings. There's some stalls. You guys are pretty much free to go do what you would like to do right now. The games start tomorrow.
How much money do we have? Demon money?
Not much.
You wrote it
One
down?
purple.
We have one purple.
Oh, I got some though, right?
So did that
How
guy?
much did I get?
Did
I
that
hope
guy
you wrote it down.
just get done talking?
Yes, and then he walked off stage.
Shit, I didn't write it down.
I don't think I wrote mine down.
But I think it was purple, and I think it was one.
You had one purple, and there was some blue coins.
I won the bag because
Yeah.
he didn't have the thing. So whatever he had.
10 blue coins.
What is
funny.
the exchange rate?
You don't know. Exclusive. That's the exchange rate because
They don't take our money at
Yeah.
all. Well, I imagine
Indeed.
we need to find somewhere to hole up for the night.
Yeah, but we have a bit of an issue here.
What do you
Yeah?
mean?
I signed up for the foot race, and the sandals that make me exceptionally fast don't work.
Well, weren't you like fast before or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, I was fast. I was...
Am I the
Fucking
only one
fast.
that caught that announcer guy was using magic?
Manic?
Magic?
Manacles?
He was
Magic
wild.
manacles.
So, did I understand correctly that only one person wins the key and only one person gets out.
Well, somebody said we could do whatever we want with it. So if at least one of us wins, then we should be able to take everyone out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What were you saying, Hirstag?
That guy was using magic.
I know, and that's why I think we should follow him.
Yeah.
And
Like maybe he has
how to...
the key on him. We could just fuck him up in the alleyway.
No. I'm thinking maybe
just get out.
Maybe a different approach.
Like being
Maybe
friends? Friendly? Making a friend with him?
At the very least, you'll have more information about the games themselves, and maybe we can...
So he'd be a good friend to have.
Yeah.
Well,
Friends in high places.
Friendship.
you two are
There's
our
a song about
talkers.
that.
You're the people.
Yep.
People.
They won't like me. I smell bad.
There's a way around that.
What?
What do you
Called
mean?
a bath. Hirstag.
Well, I don't know if they have baths here.
When did you last
I'll
take
take
a
a
bath?
Hmm?
When did you last take a bath?
And not a druid bath where
It
you
rained a couple
rub
weeks ago.
sap under your pants.
That guy's walking away as we speak.
Well, let's go get him.
So are we getting him or are we talking?
Are you
We're
guys,
talking. We're talking.
are you guys
tell
following him?
Yeah. I'll
Just make
try
sure
to
to
run
say
after.
make sure to say bodega, and then we can get him.
Okay, well, I will say bodega if we do that, but I don't think we're going to bodega.
The last time
we
we
won't need
agreed
the
to
bodega.
bodega, Hirstag jumped the gun and dropped fire everywhere. So
This
don't-
will most
don't
likely not be a bodega.
Just wait for the
situation.
signal.
I don't remember that. Bodega means get him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not bodega-ing.
Bodegging.
We're not bodegaing.
Unless we are.
No, we're not. We're not bodegaing.
Just wait for the signal.
Yep, just
Right.
wait.
Not that Hirstag can do anything.
Yeah,
Should
I
we
won't
have
be
a
really
Should we have a
helpful.
signal to completely turn off all bodegaing?
No.
No, because then we'd have to
Bodegaing always has to be an option.
Pinwin,
I guess.
signals don't work that way. You don't want a signal where you have to constantly say the signal and then
Everything's cool, everything's cool, everything's cool, everything's cool, everything's not cool!
then you suddenly stop and then we get them and then
But what if it's just a quick
Shit, he's walking kind of fast.
yeah.
Let's hurry.
Okay, let's go.
Give me a perception check. We're trying to see if you guys can make sure you can keep track of him in this crowd.
Ooh, that was bad.
14.
Mine was bad.
21.
Luckily, I have a nice bonus.
Why are you looking at me like that?
It was an approving
12.
glance.
Oh, okay.
8.
Okay, everybody but Gorbel can still sort of track him. Pinwin, though, you're actually able to see the direction that he's moving in. You're able to like catch onto the glint of
You smell his clothes.
of his shiny brooch, and you squint your eyes and you can see it, and you're pretty sure you know which direction he's going.
Did you describe
Okay.
what this dude looked like?
Yeah.
And did you
follow
mention
him.
his name?
His name was not mentioned.
I pictured him looking like that skinny bad guy in Infinity War with
you
the
s-
magic.
I mean, yeah, he's kind of like that. He does have a beard, though, so imagine him with a beard.
Okay.
Did you
He
talk
is a
about
thinner.
him?
He doesn't seem to match the description of a tiefling, and not so much the demon. But he definitely looks like he's demon-ish, perhaps.
But
Did
not
you
tiefling?
describe him as an ox or something? Because I pictured like an ox, and I don't know where I got it from.
Wishful
No.
thinking.
Maybe
He-
I've
he
seen too
is a
much of
hu-
Zootopia.
He is a
Somebody's
humanoid.
horny.
-5 experience.
Tune in Mondays and Thursdays for that kind of hot material.
Oh no, our subscriber count just went down instantly.
How did we lose listens?
Yeah, we're not even streaming.
How are we going to approach this? Do we want to
I'm imagining you guys are
Friendly,
following
flirty?
Pinwin right now.
I'm going to
You're
be
gonna
running
figure
after
it
him.
out.
I'm
trying
just
to
used to
zip through
getting
people.
them.
Yeah,
we
you're
going
gonna
to be
figure it out.
honest?
We're the bodega
Normally
guys.
we surround them and then jump on them or something.
Pinwin?
Just
Am I
walk
any
up to them.
closer?
Any input?
I'm running after him. Am I any
Yeah,
closer?
So yeah,
Rusty, okay.
you say Pinwin, any input, and you see Pinwin just heading through the crowd.
Oh shit. Okay. Let's catch
go.
up.
All right, so you guys follow Pinwin. Pinwin, you're keeping the gentleman in your sights, and you watch him go down one of the main streets, and he seems to be like walking at a casual pace, but the others tend to keep their distance. But not you see the people the demons and tieflings that walk by, they don't really take note of him, but they seem to move away from him so that he can just kind of walk unmolested through the streets. And he's kind of walking at a casual but quick pace and seems to be looking from side to side at the different buildings as if he's trying to find a place.
Okay. Am I able to catch up to him at all?
There's a decent amount of people kind of keeping you from. You haven't quite yet left the town square. After a moment, you're able to kind of push through, and there's
Pinwin could probably just run right under people.
Yeah. You guys are going to have a much harder time.
I like to imagine I'm like weaving between legs.
Yeah, Pinwin has
stuff.
no problem like moving through people. You guys are going to have a little bit harder time almost keeping track of Pinwin himself, because he can just like duck and dodge and dive. But as you exit from the town square where there's a lot of congestion, you see this road, and you're seeing now that those people that parted from around him come back together almost without another thought. Like bread and buttering. You see two people walking towards him. They part on either side, still talking to each other, and then reconnect and are standing next to each other again and walking down.
I imagine they're like, what was that?
But they seem to be talking at a normal conversational volume as they do so.
Well, that's really
and they
weird.
continue walking, but there's just people milling towards you.
Almost like they don't even see him?
Perhaps.
Or like there's like a reverse gravitational push off of him or something.
Like they don't. Yeah, they like I said, they don't take note of him, but they move out of the way. So, whatever
They're
that
naturally
means. But only
repelled.
Pinwin sees this right now. You guys aren't seeing this. So Pinwin, you see this, and are you going to wait for your friends, or are you just going to continue on?
I'm like got the mission in sight, and I'm
Okay.
just thinking
So you-
forward.
Okay, so you and Shadow kind of, are you going to race after him, or how are you going to approach this situation?
I'm trying to run to catch up with him.
Okay, so yeah, you start running down, and excuse me. He seems to find a building that he likes and stops for a second, looks up at the marquee, and then enters the building. And you start racing down. You guys finally make it through the through the throng of people in the square, and you can see Pinwin on Shadow, like racing away, but you don't see anyone ahead.
Is it down an alleyway or
No, it's a main street.
Okay. Think he's got the scent.
I assume so. He's pretty good at tracking.
Well, I'll follow into the building.
All right, so you reach the building, and it is a very tall and narrow brick building, and you can see that the roof of it is like many of the other roofs in the city, where it's slowly rotating, it's conical shaped, and moving up and down, kind of whimsically almost. The marquee, oh yeah, you can read Infernal, can't you? Mm-hmm. So you see, Pinwin, that the marquee says Rocklance on it. The door looks to be really, really old, a lot older than the rest of the building. The stone of the building itself seems to be, a little aged, but not too bad. The door itself, though, has like a couple of holes in it, really knotty, old, dusty wood.
Okay. Are the holes big enough where I can get through?
No, they're just like little
Okay.
small holes,
Gotcha.
but there's a lot of them.
Can I open the door?
You can make the attempt.
I will attempt to open the door.
All right, it swings open, and you look down, and you just see a long, long, long hallway that doesn't seem to make sense. It's super long, hundreds of feet, and you can see there's rows of doors.
Do I see that guy at all?
You do not. The hallway is dimly lit, and there is nothing else in the hallway except rows of doors on either side of the hallway. But it goes on for hundreds of feet.
Well, I know I need to pursue him. What do you think, group? And I'll turn around. I'm assuming they're with me.
They are not.
I know.
You turn around to no one. You can see them down the street, like racing to get after you.
Oh, whoops. Okay. I'll peek out the door. Hey guys, I'm over here. This big long hallway. This way.
Are we there yet?
Okay.
You guys finally reach. I mean, it was,
Okay.
you were just 30 seconds behind.
He went in here?
Yeah, you went down this hallway. Don't know where, but
You guys see this long, hundreds of feet long hallway with many rows of doors on either side.
Were you able to talk to him?
How tall is it?
not
building?
yet. He
No,
moves
the hallway.
fast.
The hallway is,
guy, big
8
legs.
feet, 8 foot ceilings.
Can I track? Can I see if I can find his tracking?
You can try.
Footsteps or something?
You can try to, you can do, give me an investigation or a survival check.
So that would be 17 plus 15. Why can't I do math?
Lots.
32.
So you can see, unfortunately, that there are many, many steps in the dust of this old dim-lit hallway, but it almost seems like as though when it when you can see that the tracks as they continue on almost disappear, as if magically so.
Did you see where he stopped? Or
No, I just saw him go in the door. And obviously there's this hallway, so all these door options. But it seems like his steps just stopped. That's pretty weird. Why is he the only magic person?
I don't know.
I hope he's nice. I want to meet him. Seems pretty cool.
What do we want to do about this?
Well, I guess if we can't track him, the only option is to start
Check all
trying
the doors, yeah. Let's do
let's
it.
go in.
Let's open doors.
I mean, we're in a plane that we know nothing about, in a hallway with a bunch of doors.
Well, we can't let him get away because we need our magic back. And if he has the answer to that, then
I don't even care about having my magic here. I just want to get out.
I'll go to the
I
first
could get
door
us out
on...
if I had magic.
I'll go to the first door on the right.
As you
Open it.
as you go to enter, you guys hear a voice from behind you, from across the street. You hear, "Hey, you're not going to be able to do it that way."
Do what?
And you turn and look, and you can see a squat and stumpy creature. He's not a demon, and he's not a tiefling. He's got a hardened shell on his back, and his skin is grayish green and
Is he a
wrinkly.
turtle?
He is a turtle. A race that has been rumored to be extinct from Veldalin and Argaria in general.
What the hell is that?
Have you seen Kung Fu Panda?
I have.
Oh my god, I just picture the old turtle guy. Oh my god, it makes my heart
This
so
episode is
happy.
brought to you by DreamWorks' Kung Fu Panda in theaters 14 years ago.
Okay, well, I'll walk over to the turtle guy.
He's standing in front of another whimsical looking building with has a big hand with a flame on it painted in the marquee above the door.
Do we recognize that symbol at all?
You don't.
Hi, I'm Pinwin. So, what can't we do? We can't open the door? Or...
Well, if you're trying to go after the gentleman that just went down the hallway, you're not going to be able to just find him like that.
Oh, why?
You need to be able to know the exact destination of where it's going.
Well, how do you do that?
He's got a straw of some kind of grass hanging out of his mouth that he seems to be chewing on.
Well, you gotta know where he's going.
Do you know where he's going?
I do not.
Oh,
Have you tracked him before?
I have not.
Does he come out of... Will he just come out of here when he's done? Out the front door?
Probably, yes.
Have you always been sentient and able to speak?
Oh my god, Tomar.
Have you ever
you can't
seen
just
a
ask
turtle
people if
talk?
they're sentient.
I understand your confusion. It's been a long time since I've been on the material plane, but I imagine that's where you're from, he says, sniffing.
Yeah.
It is. We're kind of trapped here right now.
How long have you been here?
Well, what year is it in Argaria?
383?
Oh. If that's true, I've been here for quite some time. Hundreds of years.
What brought you here?
An accident. I got trapped in this plane and haven't been able to get out.
Oh.
Come inside. You
To your shell?
no,
It's cozy in here.
in my shop. Come in.
Okay.
Are there other turtles here?
I am the only one.
I am the last one.
Come in, and he opens the door, and you can see,
Slow and creepy.
and you can see inside. It's seems to be a bit more of a squat inside of this building. But it looks really homey. There's a fire. There's a lot of, you can see already through the doorway on the other side of the room, there's many rows of books in shelves. Seems like there's a cauldron hanging over the fireplace, and there's a spoon or a stick of some kind spinning itself inside there. And
Wizard turtle.
and he beckons you in. Come in. And he slowly starts walking in.
Well, this is a pretty cool place. So, what do you do?
Are
What's
you
your
guys
name?
going in? Okay. Gorbel, you realize that you're going to have to stoop a little bit in here because the ceiling seems to be about 6 feet from the ground. So you're going to have to like lean forward slightly, but yeah.
I'm not like gonna make a thing about it.
Yeah, no, I just wanted you to know that. There is a staircase, a very narrow staircase that goes up to another level as you guys walk in right inside the door to your left. And then as you get inside, you can see that there's more creature comforts inside. There's a few really like comfy looking chairs and tuffets, but they seem kind of dusty. They've got like blankets thrown across them. It's very cozy inside here, but it's a little slightly messy. There's on one side of the room, the big room that you're in, there's a little counter, and he's got some various jars set up with different what seems to be herbs or something inside of them. And he goes over to the fire and he looks inside the cauldron and dips one finger in and then he takes his taste and he turns back around. Sit, please, sit.
It's his pee.
Okay.
What's your name?
Yeah,
sir?
what do you do? What's your name?
I am Vorolis.
Barotis.
I'm a turtle, in case you didn't know.
Cool.
Really?
Yes.
Never heard of him. Where are you from?
I am from Veldon.
Just
What?
anywhere in Veldon, or
Well, it would be a few hundred years ago. I traveled, perhaps you've heard of him, Rayalodian. I traveled with him and his companions for a brief time.
Haven't we
the
heard?
Brawlers?
Yes, the Bloody Brawlers they were called.
Oh.
So you knew Chalcedony.
Should we talk about bloody brawlers?
For information on the Bloody Brawlers, check out our website where there will be an article posted pertaining to the Brawlers.
It's super entertaining.
Yes, I knew Chalcedony. Terrible, terrible temper on her, but ferocious might in battle.
Were you one of them?
Not officially. I traveled with them for a time, but I don't think anyone would ever consider me a member.
Are there more like you, or like are you a people? Like there's more of you.
Yeah, well, yes, there are turtles. I hope there's still turtles in the
I've
world.
never seen one.
We were,
You've never seen one either. I can guarantee that.
Okay, well, you kind of don't want to be telling this guy that he's the absolute last of his kind and all his family and loved
I
ones are
hate to break it to you, buddy,
Okay, there he goes.
but it's rumored that your race is extinct in Veldland.
Extinct? I've never even heard of you, before.
It was a while ago.
But I mean, who knows? Right? Yeah.
well, that is unfortunate. I always welcome outside news, except that one. You can,
You can shove that.
maybe save that later.
You ruined my day.
The next turtle, if you ever run into another one. But what else has happened in the material plane in the last few hundred years? I'm very interested to know. Would you like anything to drink? Tea, perhaps?
I love tea.
We could give you information about the material plane if you could give us information about this one.
fair enough. Let me get you some tea, and then we can swap some stories.
Can I roll like an insight check or something? I want to know if he has good intentions with this
by
tea.
the
Yeah, give me
cutest
an
little
insight check.
turtle ever.
Watched The Invitation last night. Now I don't trust people with drinks.
Anyone else gonna do this? Because he seems very
17.
trustworthy to me.
I like him.
17. Yeah, I mean, he seems honest.
How can an old turtle be mean?
He crosses the room.
Can't.
You don't know he's
Oh, my
old.
passive insight is
Oh, I
21.
guess
Sounds
it's been
old.
Yeah,
hundreds of years.
he seems pretty honest.
Okay.
You're getting a pretty, kind of a gentle read on him. Like, he doesn't seem very harmful.
Okay.
But he crosses the room slowly, pops open one of his jars, digs some fingers in and grabs some herbs, and starts plopping them into cups. And he looks over. So just the one tea, or does anybody else want tea?
I'll have some.
What's in it?
I'll
tea.
try some tea.
It's got loot grass in it.
What is that?
It's an herb. It's supposed to help with cognition and stomach aches.
All right.
All right, so is that all around then?
Yeah.
Tea's all around.
All right.
Thank you.
And he goes over to a bucket, dunks a pot or a teapot in it, and goes and hangs it up next to the cauldron on the above the fire. And then he sits back down in his big easy chair. All right. So first and foremost, who are you all? What do you call yourselves? Are you a group?
Yeah, we're a group. I'm Pinwin.
Hi, Pinwin.
Hi.
I'm Gorbel.
Well met, Gorbel.
Herstag, nice
Hi.
to meet you.
And you reach your hand out to shake, and he shakes it back. The hand is very leathery and very like, it's like almost like a big fleshy mound with long fingers on it.
I'm Tomar.
Hello, Tomas.
We're the Wolves of Moonreach.
The Wolves of Moonreach. If I remember correctly, Moonreach was a crossroads town of sorts for the Moonstone miners. At least back in my day.
It was until I got razed to the ground.
Razed to the ground. That is unfortunate. But these things often happen over the course of events.
Yep. Are things more peaceful here on this plane?
They're not exactly peaceful, but they're orderly. Except for the midwinter games, they can get a bit chaotic, but that's festivities for you.
Oh, yeah.
What's that spoon trick you have going over there?
He looks over at the cauldron.
Oh, it's just stirring.
How do you do that?
Magic?
You have magic?
Oh, yes.
And he points over, and you can now see a dust on top of one of the bookshelves, a dusty, floppy, wide-brimmed hat.
I was back in my day, I was quite the wizard. Highly ranked. Number 4. Never would,
Out of 4.
never could surpass Mandorin, though.
Wait.
Mandorin?
You know
I know
Mandorin.
him.
Yeah, well, you know Mandorin?
We know Mandorin. We're good friends. He's the best janitor and musician and wizard.
What's your take on Mandorin? You knew him.
What's this guy's name again?
Varolus.
We.
Oh, I don't pencil.
Are we unpaused?
I mean,
Did you?
Seption's
Okay,
correct.
yeah. Sorry. What was your take on Mandorin? Okay.
Well, he was, he if he's still alive now, that means he's probably quite old in your young eyes, but when I knew him, he was much younger and very, very arrogant, but he had a good heart.
Is he human?
I don't believe so. We never really found out what he was. He would sometimes take other shapes.
Oh, he was very kind to us. So that's good.
Varolus.
Hang on. You haven't gotten to ask any more questions. Do you have more questions?
Yes, I have. Who's the king? Is the lineage of Arngrim? Are they still in power? As someone usurped it? I'm very interested in Valinian politics.
Their youngest son, Gustav, is the king now. He's like 8 years old or something. 12, 10?
Gustav, what is his indicator? Which Gustav is he?
I don't know, like the 4th?
He's the 12th.
The 12th, I think?
Okay. All right. Well, you say a boy king. Very, very interesting.
Some of his family members seem to have died by nefarious means.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that want him dead, too. It's really sad. He's just a boy. It's hard.
There seems to be some power struggle right now.
Definitely.
Well, that is interesting. As this boy king, is he a warrior king? Is he a scholarly king? What about do
I've
you know
only
anything
known
about
him as a sleepy king.
The Sleepy King. It is an interesting by name. Well,
Were you loyal to the Arngrim dynasty or whatever?
Not exactly loyal. I tended to, while being fascinated by politics of Verlin, I kept outside of them. I mean, they are direct descendants of Realodian, however, so that interested me quite a bit.
Was the council around in your time?
Council, you must elaborate. I don't know what you mean by that.
You know, the people who direct the king what to do.
Direct the king? No, the king is in charge.
Oh.
Not anymore.
Times have changed.
Yeah, there's a lot of extra people involved. Politics are weird.
So you're saying a council controls the government of Veldlin, the kingdom itself?
They help oversee it. I think they were less involved before the Boy King came, but they've been handling a lot of the affairs of the nation.
And it seems to be, as they say, going down the shitter.
Well, I don't much like the idea of a council of anybody controlling things, although I guess perhaps it is a more efficient way of running a government. It keeps absolute power out of the hands of a tyrant, perhaps.
Perhaps, but it also seems like they're serving their own self-interests.
Well, I guess
it's kind of a mess.
That is interesting. I would love to know more about this. What's going on?
There's been a lot of unrest.
Interests me. Well, but you have more questions. Ask me something. Wait! And you hear like a as the teapot goes off, and he sits up very slowly and takes it off of the hook, and he walks over slowly and starts pouring it into the cups where he put the herbs in, and then he comes and hangs it on a hook next to the fireplace, so that it's not underneath or above the fire anymore. And he walks back over slowly and takes an arm of these cups and starts handing them to you guys. Here you are. Here you are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And he takes one himself and he sits down and blows on it and starts sipping it. It is quite hot, so please be careful. Don't burn your tongues.
Did you burn your tongue?
I burnt my tongue. I barely blew on it.
Well, I did warn you.
You did. I was hasty.
What? Continue with your questions.
Are you one of the only...
Hang on.
We have a really important question here.
Hirstag had a question, and I interrupted him.
Sorry, go ahead.
Magic. How are you using magic here?
All right. That's a good one.
Yeah.
You know, the whole reason we were chasing that other guy?
Yeah.
Well, some of us are allowed magical means.
Bodega!
if we are considered non-threatening to the balance of this plane, I myself am allowed an allotment per day, a few hours to use magic, and it can't be of anything more than a very low level of magic, and so I do. It makes things easier in my old age.
So are you buddies? Is that how you arrange it? Are you buddies with the guy?
No, I am not. I keep out of his way, and I had to put in a lot of paperwork in order to get this. It actually took me over 100 years to get the stone
Documents, man.
Wow. Yeah,
It's
paperwork.
bureaucracy. I hate it. I don't like it.
Well, is that guy very nice? Is he nice? Everyone seems to stay away from him.
He is not. He's an arrogant and just not very nice-natured person. But he's never assaulted me or stood in my way on anything. So I just don't really like his personality.
How are they suppressing magic on an entire plane?
That I am unsure of. It seems to be a manufactured plane, though it's been here for a long time. I've read many times back in the day of planes existing, and this one in particular, the Starlight Plane, has been around for thousands of years at least, though I do not know the exact nature. But I do know that one can really only leave the Starlight Plane with a plane key. It is locked.
What do you mean by manufactured plane?
It was created by some great powerful magic. That's all I know.
I know you said that you had some sort of accident that brought you here.
Yes.
Do you mind elaborating on that?
Well, it's a bit foolish, but
I hate to bring up touchy subjects.
No, it's fine. I've had many years to think about it. Back when I traveled with Rayalodian, we came up against a great and powerful Lich King, and I utilized a spell out of a scroll that I had never used before, and before I knew it, I was here.
What is a lich?
A lich? It is they don't talk about the lich, I imagine, anymore. That would be a chapter of history they would likely cover up. But I imagine if you're here, the lich is no longer. But the lich is a creature, a humanoid, or something that is so filled with ancient magic and just the most intense form of it, that it becomes something of an undead, powerful sorcerer that can only be killed by the means of destroying its phylactery.
Furlus, it sounds like you may have been brought here in a similar way that we were. What was that spell?
I do not know. It was not labeled. It was just a long page of infernal words, and once I uttered them finally, it brought me here.
Where did you get the spell?
We found it in the Lich's castle.
What?
How did Jennifer?
We were
have that
sent
spell?
here by a ranked wizard.
Hang on. What was do you know the lich's name?
The Lich's name?
Yeah.
Yes. The name of the Lich was Quilaris the Curse. She was quite powerful, and her followers were called the Servants of the Curse. Why do you ask?
Because there's someone that seems kind of lichy that's plaguing the lands right now.
He just won't die. We've tried.
Will not
I shot
die.
and killed him, and he still won't die. And he's causing all sorts of destruction and death and terrible things to
He
happen.
controls undead bodies.
And he
like
dances
puppets.
all the time.
Was she a fan of dancing?
No, she was not.
Maybe it's a personal choice.
What is the name of this creature that plagues you?
Calcifer.
Have you heard of a Calcifer?
I have heard of a Calcifer.
Oh.
Calcifer was the true name of Orc Boy.
Oh.
One of Rayalodian's companions. I traveled with him for a time.
Fuck. Orc Boy.
What does that mean?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
He was one of
what
the
about
brawlers.
Orc Boy? That's what I thought, but... So he was a good guy? So why is he being a bad guy?
Was he weird then? Did he like dancing? Did he talk funny?
He hardly ever spoke. He definitely did not dance. He was not even an orc. They just called him that. He was, I believe, a part hobgoblin.
Why did they call him that?
Because he looked like an orc. He looked like a half-orc. And no one really knew what hobgoblins were or hadn't ever seen a half-hob. So
Was he?
Did that make him sad?
Was he embarrassed about his appearance?
Yeah.
I don't believe so. It was not a nickname that he chose. It was given to him. But he didn't speak much, so it didn't seem to really affect him too greatly.
Was he skilled in magic?
He was not, no. He was a very gifted fighter.
Now it seems like he just possesses people to do their fighting. Do the fighting for him?
Was Calcifer a common name then?
No, it was not. It was definitely... he's the only Calcifer I've ever met or heard of, but perhaps since my time they have made it a popular name. I don't know.
I mean, names have a way of doing that. They,
you would probably know better
come
than I
into
would.
popularity and then go out.
I feel like this is more than coincidence.
I mean, it's been a few hundred years.
Yeah, Mandorin's still alive.
Yeah.
This guy's still alive.
And there was a big doomy scenario with the Bloody Brawlers, right? Like you were stopping something horrible from happening.
Yes, the Lich, she was trying to take over the Earth. She was planning on taking over all of Argaria, and she had many under her thrall. As I said, they called themselves the Servants of the Curse. It was a very, very interesting time, to be sure, but I never quite learned how that resolved as...
So you cast a spell, hopped over here, got stuck,
Yes.
and never found out what happened to the brawlers?
No, I've not seen anyone from Argaria since.
Did you see what happened to Orc Boy before you left?
I did not know.
Is it feasible that he could be a servant of the curse or whatever?
I would be intrigued and surprised, but I suppose anything is possible.
You mentioned, okay, do you have any questions?
Well, I have a few now that my eyes are adjusting here. It seems as though some of you wear raiments that did perhaps belong to the Bloody Brawlers. Your armor in particular looks very similar to the husband of the Butcher's Bride's armor.
The husband of the Butcher's Bride. You mean the Butcher? Yeah.
Yes, that one. You'll excuse me as I was very closely acquainted with Chalcedony.
She herself, her spirit came and gave me the armor in Old Cairn.
Old Cairn. I haven't been there in quite some time. How is it?
It's different now.
Really? Well, I don't suppose there's any other members of the Bloody Brawlers that are still alive, perhaps? And he has a very hopeful look in his eye.
Well, what was his name? The guy that stays there?
Gillamichael?
Was Gillamichael one of the brawlers?
Yes, Gillamichael, yes.
Yeah, he's still there, but he's really old.
Yeah.
Well, if he's alive, he would be quite old, much like myself. It's interesting that he, of all the Bloody Brawlers, is still here, but I suppose...
Why?
Well, he was the least martial, and of all of them, I don't believe he could fight at all.
That sounds about right. I think he mentioned that. He said he wrote a lot of stories.
Yes, he followed us and during the time and was hell-bent on spreading the word of the bloody brawlers and bringing it to the rest of Verdlin and Argaria. He was very much convinced that the world would someday need the stories that they encountered.
Well, we didn't know about the bloody brawlers until we met him, so I don't know if he successfully did that.
Well, perhaps he wrote some stuff down if his memory has failed him. But you've got the armor of the butcher, and you have that bow.
Yeah, my bow. Yeah, I saw a spirit too who gave me the oath bow.
Yeah. Very interesting. It seems to look a bit different than when I originally saw it, but it still bears the recognizable shape of the oath bow.
Yep.
Our friend Smoozog carries Ryalodian's belt as well.
Yeah, that might help him quite a bit. Is Smoozog here as well?
No, we don't know where he is.
Interesting. And you have Ryalodian's blade, the wolf blood blade.
I do.
I hope you've been very careful with it.
It served me well.
What do you mean by that?
Well, do you not know what that blade does?
You mean like the poison aspect, or?
Oh, so you are aware. That blade itself was forged by the Wolf King. Ryalodian killed him and took the blade.
Who's the Wolf
I
King?
didn't know that.
The Wolf King controlled an army of soldiers that transformed into partial wolves themselves, using the blood of the Wolf King.
Oh.
Was he a wolf?
What?
Whoa.
He was a monstrous creature that was part wolf and part humanoid, and it's said that his blood itself was what gave power to the soldiers to transform them. I would be careful using that, as anyone who dies by its blade can be brought back as a wolf.
Oh, no.
Well,
Wish the spirit would have told you that, little ditty.
I know. Way to go.
How many people have you killed with that?
Lila? And a bunch more?
Oh man, Lila the she-wolf's going to be a literal wolf.
She-wolf, for real? Oh, fuck.
I take it you were unaware of that particular trait.
They left the manual out.
That's a good assumption. I knew none of that.
But my bow's fine. The bow's fine.
Your bow is fine if a bit loud. It speaks almost non-stop, but it seems very quiet now, which is good. You must have trained it well.
Does it speak to you? Has it spoken?
Oh yeah, we talk to each other.
Really?
Yeah, my bow knows when I've got a important enemy I need to take down, and it works with me a little. But otherwise, it's pretty quiet. Might have to talk to him, or maybe it'll.
How have you never
chat.
mentioned that?
I don't know. I thought we talked about it. We didn't?
No.
Oh. Yeah, we don't even really talk. We kind of sing to each other, you know.
Interesting.
Are there any other odd things we should know about this equipment? Smoozog, for example, and the belt.
No, the belt, it was a fantastic ability to give one insight into combat and allow them, it seemed to take on just like a hair's notice of continuing an attack. It was very good for allowing combat to come to a swift end. It seemed as if Ryalodian was able to almost attack non-stop at times.
Did he actually use this wolf blood blade to kill people?
He knew its power and did not wish to use it unless he absolutely had to.
But then how would he prevent his victims from becoming wolves?
Well, he didn't often use the blade.
You mentioned the tower that the Lich stayed in. What was that called again?
It was just called the Castle of the Keepers.
Where was that abouts?
It was near, does Rose Lake still exist?
Yeah.
It was, I would say, maybe a day and a half journey northeast from there, almost to the border of Mirenlug. In
the east?
The northeast.
That's where Smoochie was. What's a phylactery?
It houses the Lich's soul, its true soul. The Lich will seal its essence, for lack of a better word, into this phylactery, and the only way a Lich can actually be killed is to destroy its phylactery first. Otherwise, it will continue to be brought back.
Could it look like a lineage stone?
I imagine it can be the shape of anything, really. It's what the Lich chooses. Typically, they do something that is hard to locate or hard to discern.
Man, we've got Horcruxes.
That could be part of why they've been fucking around with lineage stones.
Yeah.
We never figured that out.
Could be.
Well, the lineage stones they have their own purpose. They are placed for a specific reason, and only those of Rayalodian's blood can activate their true power.
Somebody was forging a lineage stone, as if they wanted to replace it with a fake.
Well, it would take very powerful magic to create a lineage stone, and even more powerful magic to activate a lineage stone. The Lich, she was very much interested in activating the power of the lineage stone, and she got quite close. She moved throughout the cities in Verdelin, creating havoc in order to draw enough blood to activate the portals.
Ooh. That sounds very familiar.
Is that something that is happening in Verdelin right now?
There's constant sieges on different cities that we've been trying to clean up after and prevent.
Well, it seems not exactly coincidental that you would bear not only their old raiments, but also their responsibilities to stop anything like this from happening. It seems fate plays a role in some of this.
We don't know what we're doing, man. Like, we're just winging it here.
Well, truly.
We didn't want this responsibility.
We were still trying to figure out if we were the bad guys. Honestly.
We're not bad guys.
Well, you seem all right to me. And
I don't know. I have been leaving a trail of wolf soldiers, so maybe I am. Maybe I'm the bad
Oh my
guy.
god, all those people you mercy killed at Roundfoot.
Shit!
Stabbing them.
Oh, there's gonna be a wolf army.
There are a lot of people that I have killed. Not for bad reasons.
He reaches out and puts a hand on your shoulder.
It is okay. You did not know its power, and so I think your conscience is clean.
No, I'm fine. Like, in my head, I'm just worried about having to kill these people again.
Oh, well, I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't know much about that. The whole thing with the Wolf King happened much before my time.
You do seem to know a great deal, though.
Well, I only know what I was privy to.
No.
I don't know anything going on.
I'm not trying to imply anything that... whatever, but I feel like you would be very useful in Verdelin. Would you be interested in coming with us?
Trying to save things again?
Well, perhaps I would be a bit concerned that the things would have changed too much. Though I don't suppose it would hurt.
You still have a friend in Old Cairn.
Oh yes, if Michaela is still there, then yes. Well,
and now
you
that
have
you've met us, you'll always have a friend in Pinwin.
We're
Always.
chill.
we're
cool.
Have you divined a way off of this plane?
Well,
No,
as far as we know,
that was my next question. How do we get out of here?
we all signed up for the Midwinter Festival's games, but I don't know. Do you have insight on how we could win?
Well, I've seen it every year, every single winter, and it always seems to be won by some demon or tiefling or another, and we never see them again. So they must get out using the key, though I have not quite figured out how they get multiple keys. That just... I don't understand. But as far as I know, the only way to get to them is to win the competition.
Are tieflings native to here?
No, they are not. But there's...
Why are there so many?
I would imagine that it had to do with the great banishing several thousand years ago, when the Aasimar still existed on the material plane.
What is that?
They are these great humanoids with wings, and they are supposedly descended from deities. But thousands of years ago, Argaria was a much different place, and the ancient stories say that the tieflings banded together with the demons to attack the Aasimar, and the Aasimar specifically fought them to protect Argaria from going to another great evil, the same evil that was sealed away with the original lineage stones.
Whoa.
So
What
much
happened to
heavy
these
information.
Aasimar?
They, as much as I know, they were supposedly many killed during the battle, and the rest gave their lives just to power the lineage stones and seal this great evil.
Now you seem like a really smart man, Tortle.
Thank you.
Have you tried getting out of this plane?
Oh, I tried many times, but as I mentioned, it's magically locked somehow that even my powers are unable to divine.
Even that same spell that got you here?
As-
Tried it?
I did not bear the scroll on the way back, and I do not naturally speak Infernal. Well, I've picked it up now, but I can't remember at all what was on the scroll. It was quite a detailed spell, as I'm sure your Druid member here would likely be able to attest to.
Yep. Also, if it transported him here, that same spell couldn't be used to take him back, probably, if it was a scroll.
It would be unlikely. I have
There
not found
has to be some kind of loophole, though.
I have not found one. I've been here quite a long time. The only thing I have seen is the winners taking the plane key and leaving, though this is, interestingly enough, it seems they're offering up a nightmare diamond now.
Oh yeah, what's a nightmare diamond? What is that?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. The myths are a bit foggy on the detail of the nightmare diamond. I do know that its name pops up in many archives of lore, but I do not know its true purpose.
It doesn't look nice. Why would anyone want it? I mean,
I don't
looks
know.
scary.
It definitely gave me a
the heebie-jeebies.
Yes, that is exactly it. Very unsettling.
Yeah.
Do you think these people who win get the key and then are able to just go back to their old lives?
I do
or
not
do you
know.
think they're sent somewhere else?
I could not tell you. I do know that plane keys do exist, and they allow one to travel between different planes.
So I don't know, that sounds like a good way of weeding out like the best and the brightest, and
Will it send more than one person?
I do not know. It's only been a single winner, and
Right.
its competition is very heated here. There's not many friends. There seems a lot of acquaintances, but
Do they usually work in teams?
only as a means to an end in the melee. But even then, they usually turn on each other at the end when it comes to claiming the actual plane key. I have not seen a unified team last all the way to the end.
So, is everyone that ends up on this plane, were they banished here, or did they all get trapped here? It seems like everyone wants to get out.
Yes, I've never met someone who claims to be originally from here. It seems almost all of them have come here by banishment or by accident like myself, but I've never met another person from Argaria here,
We could use
other than
this
yourselves.
to our advantage, possibly. If everyone wants to get out, what if all the teams worked together to find their stash of these stones?
Well, that would be quite a feat, I would imagine.
Maybe we could all get out.
That's very sweet. I like that.
I feel like there has to be some other way out. If this is a constructed plane, it can be deconstructed.
One would think, though, I have not been able to figure out any way of getting out of here.
Maybe not getting out of here, like creating a portal and getting out of here, but maybe just destroying it.
That would be
How do you destroy a plane?
quite risky. I don't understand planes much myself. I wish I did.
I wouldn't recommend destroying a plane that you're on. The outcome.
Perhaps your friend here is more familiar with planes, but... And he sniffs again and looks at you, Tomar. You have the scent of someone who has traveled planes.
I have.
And have you ever been to this plane before?
The only other plane I've been to was the ethereal plane.
What is it like?
Wouldn't want a vacation there.
I don't imagine. At least I'm not being chased around with hot pokers or anything here.
Have you heard of anything about the ethereal plane?
Only in that it is like a half-remembered nightmare and just a silhouette of the material plane where things go bump in the night. I have not been there myself, and that is a section of magic that I did not delve into.
There was a portal that I took to escape, but it was already formed when I went through it.
How?
It opened up in the Blue Valley in the north of Veldalin. But yeah, it seemed that something had already emerged before me.
That is an uncomfortable idea. Things spilling from other planes is a recipe for bad news for everyone on the plane they go to. I wish I could be of more help in the matter of planes, but as you see, I am trapped here just the same as everyone else.
How difficult do you think it would be to steal a plane key?
I do not know, but I do know that Olafis is the only member of this plane to be able to control magic.
Olafis.
Is that man that you were following into that tunnel?
How did he come here?
He has been here as long as I have been here, calling himself president.
Did he construct it?
I do not know the answer to that.
Have you ever spoken to him about how he commands magic here?
No, I have not. When I first arrived, I was quite inquisitive, though he seemed to take a great distaste to my questions and ignored me at every turn. I had to figure most of this out over the many years I've been here.
I think it's...
Is there a Mrs. Olafis?
I don't believe so, no.
Well, if he's the only one freely using magic, there's a good chance that he's the one that's causing or suppressing the magic and everyone else.
Guys, we gotta get out of here.
I think we should
Save
team up.
people.
Do you want to be on our team?
My family's there.
What would you require of me? I'm afraid I'm not very capable of doing much more than the most basic of things, but I am interested in you who are spiritual descendants of the bloody brawlers. So I will help you in whatever you need.
I mean, your only other option is winning the melee by yourself.
Were you signed up for the melee?
No, I would not survive 2 seconds in the melee.
Did you sign up for anything?
I did not, no.
Oh, okay.
So
I keep waiting for a cooking competition, and he crosses his fingers. So far, nothing.
Is that what you have in that cauldron there? Is that some soup?
No, that is a bomb. Don't eat it.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good.
It would upset your stomach, and even my tea would not be able to cure that.
I'm really glad I didn't just try to eat it. Because
I am also glad, Pinwin.
Yeah.
Varolus, we're going to get you out of here.
Yeah.
Well, I believe that you will try.
Well, we are going to need a little bit of help from you.
Absolutely. As I said, I will help you. You wolves of Moonreach.
What can you tell me about your neighbor? I need any details.
Well, he is a jerk. He commands all sorts of authority here. He is the #1 authority in this city.
Where does he go? What's his routine? Likes, dislikes.
Does it go down that hole all the time?
Yes, that is where he does and conducts most of his business. The building itself changes depending on where you are trying to get to. And in fact, the marquee above it even changes depending on where you are trying to get to.
Oh. Huh.
Is he a popular guy?
Well, in so much that he controls everything, so those that want to curry his favor might find him quite popular.
But most don't like the situation here. That he's...
No, but most are afraid of him.
Right.
Does he come out much?
Not extremely often. He comes out during the Midwinter Festival, and I see him in town occasionally, but I do not know his routine, and I do not know where he hangs out much, except he occasionally goes to one of the taverns in town.
What tavern is that?
The Onyx.
Where is that?
It's all the way on the other side of town. It's got the most moving parts, as it were. It is a large, wide, brightly colored building, and the roofs themselves never stop moving.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Do you think there's a chance we could find him there this evening?
Anything is possible. As I said, I don't know. I wish I could be of more help in that regard, but I just know that I've seen him there once or twice when dropping off some of my poultices.
Is there an inn there?
There is an inn there, yes.
Well, we need to sleep somewhere before the games, so we might as well take up there if possible.
Sure.
And then somebody could scope for him.
Okay, I also have a question, and I need you to be honest.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, don't try to protect my feelings.
All right, this is weird leading up to this.
I know,
but okay.
I know. And I know we're from the same place, so I know you think I'm attractive. But here on this plane, am I cute?
I mean,
like to these people?
It's quite possible. Yes,
Do I need to like add something, do something?
I wish I understood why you were asking this question. Are you attempting subterfuge?
People are nicer to people they're attracted to.
Well, there are a lot of tieflings and demons here, but perhaps if you made yourself look more like one of them, you might find that they are very open to suggestion.
Or maybe more like whatever he is. What is he anyway?
You mean...
Olafeist.
Olafeist. I don't quite know. He seems a bit tieflingish and a bit demonish, though I've never encountered another creature that looked like him.
He's a teeman.
He might, in fact, be a teeman, Pinwin. That is an interesting portmanteau.
Yeah, thanks.
A deemling.
Teemling.
So we've got some options here. I think this was very productive.
So
Well,
are you...
I'm glad I could be of help.
Yeah, are you going to come with us?
Well, I'll stay here for now. I don't get up and move around much in my old age, but
That's
come
fair.
back if you need anything or need more tea or a salve of any kind.
Okay. Maybe do, I don't know, some research on some of your past notes or something on, I don't know. See what you can find. Keep being wise.
Okay, I will do so, Pinwin. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is there anything else I can get for you?
Have you heard of the Great Adversary?
The Great Adversary. That rings a slight bell, but I don't have any knowledge on this. I do have a question for you all, though.
Yes?
Do they still make whimsy?
Oh my gosh, you like whimsy
I
too?
love whimsy. It's
Whimsy.
quite tasty.
It's so good.
I've been trying to concoct a similar drink here, but all the herbal ingredients are very dissimilar to those found in Arcadia.
I believe it. It's been so long since we've had whimsy, but I'm sure it's been a little bit longer for you. We're gonna get you back, and we're all gonna have whimsy, and it'll be so fun.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. I look forward to it. I look forward to it.
Me too. Yeah.
Well, just make sure you help out in any way you can.
Well, I do have something that might be of interest to you. And
Gun.
You ever want
Adam's
whimsy?
show.
it's called an Uzi.
A fabled automatic pistol.
Let me see. And he stands up, and slowly
Come on,
walks
throw your hands
over and pilfers through some of the little drawers behind his counter and takes a little bag out. And there's red leaves in there. These are fire leaves. You can use these to explosive effect. It is the only near magical thing I have found here. But be very, very careful. Who wants them?
I'll take them.
No.
No?
No.
How do you,
I miss...
No, Hirstag should have them.
how do you?
He's the least defensive. I mean, he can't do anything right now, so...
So do you throw them?
You throw them, and I've found that if you shout in Infernal the word for fire, it will activate. It is almost sentient. It's quite strange, in fact.
You know, I know a guy who knows Infernal.
All right, you take them.
You could just tell him what the word is.
It's
guess.
one word.
Do not speak it out loud.
Oh,
right now.
Yeah.
Nah, you just take it.
Okay.
He hands it to Pinwin.
He can speak Infernal right now.
Pinwin does a hop skip in the air.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we can.
yeah.
Yeah, give
I
it.
forgot.
Give it to him.
Me?
Give it back to Hirstag.
Yeah, we all know Infernal right now.
I don't
Okay.
trust you with that.
Why don't you trust me? I'm so trustworthy.
I feel like you're gonna throw it just randomly for like fun.
I don't think so. Right?
You're gonna make up a song that has the word fire and infernal in it about 18 times.
So I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking of a performance with a big fire thing at the end, but that
Could
was
we
it.
stop saying fire?
Please,
It has to be an
careful.
infernal.
You're
Yeah,
all
we might
speaking Infernal right
We're
now.
No,
we're
we're
not.
not.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes,
we
you
have
are.
that translator thingy.
Pinwin doesn't.
We all do.
Why would we all be speaking infernal when we can speak in our native tongue?
What?
Do we? Do we not have control over whether we were speaking infernal?
You are all speaking Infernal to me.
Oh.
Well, this whole time we've been communicating in Infernal.
Do you
That's why I was so confused when you first arrived.
So is your first language Infernal, or do you speak something else?
No, I speak several languages.
He's from Veldelin.
Yes, I am.
So probably Veldelin in common.
Well, yeah.
Like, we speak the same language.
We do, but you are speaking Infernal.
No, I'm not.
Gorbel,
Yes,
shut
you
up.
are.
Fuck you.
What are you getting at? The man says he hears us in Infernal.
Well, he's old.
It's been many hundreds of years since I've spoken common Veldalin.
Okay, I want to roll to see if I know how long turtles live.
Okay. Give me a nature check.
Nature. That's 19.
You know that they aren't like extremely long-lived creatures. They have like a humanoid-ish lifespan, like around the same as humans, maybe a little less.
Time not go the same here?
Okay, so how old are you, Valorous?
I would imagine if, let's see, if it's the year 383, that would mean that I am 399 years old.
Wow.
Hey, sounds like I'll be 400 next year.
That's exciting.
Yeah, how much of that time have you spent here?
I would say that would make it about 380 years.
What was time before time then? If you were alive before 383, I mean, if you've been alive longer than 383, what was before then?
Well, there were many warring kingdoms in Veldalin, and it wasn't until the Arngrim dynasty that was established, the coronation date. That's when the new years started to be tallied as. So I imagine when you say 383 that it is the coronation date is the marker.
I guess, I don't know. We're young.
Are you aware that your people don't live that long? That you're unnaturally...
Yeah, yes. I'm not sure why I am still here, but it definitely feels like I've been here for hundreds of years.
Do you feel like you're significantly older? Or like time moves a lot slower here?
No, I seem to have aged at a very normal pace. It just seems to have
Well, you're looking.
stopped.
You look great. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So it just
clear.
stopped at some point?
Yes.
About how long ago?
I would say I got to an older age and it's kept going, but I just didn't fall apart or die. I just have been old.
have you had cakes on your birthdays?
I haven't.
What if we brought him back to the material plane
And got
he
him cake
just-
for his 400th birthday, right?
a little bit darker if he just dropped it dead
40th to his
because this
400th.
plane is keeping him alive?
But Gilliamichael's also alive.
That is true.
I mean, you don't know who he is, but he's been in Wolves Rest since before we have been. And he was one of the brawlers.
He was pretty awesome.
What race is he?
Human.
Gilmichael? Yeah, he's a human.
Well, we've taken up enough of your time and your tea.
Well, stop back any time, you four. Five. I didn't quite greet the wolf that you have at your
Oh, I'm
side.
sorry. How rude of me. This is Shadow. Yeah, he's my wolf.
He's a very handsome pup.
Thank you. I know he's the sweetest.
Did you say pup?
Well, yeah, he's a wolf, right? It was a turn of phrase.
Oh.
Wasn't
I thought you were saying he was young or something.
He could be. I don't know. He's quite large.
Yeah.
I like him. He's
Yeah.
pretty fun.
It reminds me of a certain breed of wolf out near Ravenmoor. There's a large, luminescent wolves. They are. I wonder, do they still exist?
Yeah. We've encountered some.
You have?
Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
They're cool. That's
Yes.
why we call ourselves the Wolves of Moonreach.
Oh my
Really,
gosh.
that is very interesting.
We even met a luminescent wolf pup.
Well, that warms my heart.
And it was as cute as you can imagine.
I've seen the luminescent wolf pups. I've seen many of them in my day, and in fact, Arnold Ravenmore, one of Verdelin's, the original hero Verdelin, who the nation is named after. He kept quite a large selection of them, and even in my day, long after his day, they still were. There's large farms of them.
Wow.
We haven't seen any of those, but...
Well, I hope that you do, because it is quite amazing to see at night.
Cool.
Well,
Anyway,
guess we better get out of your hair.
good luck tomorrow.
He doesn't have hairs.
He's just smiling.
Goodbye.
See you later, wolves.
Have a
Thanks
good
for
evening.
talking.
Yes. Be careful out there. The competition is indeed fierce, and many treat this as life or death. So keep an extra eye open, and keep a fire leaf in your hand if you need to.
All right.
We'll be in touch.
All right, I will be here. You know where to find me.
Bye.
Farewell.
My?
Bye.
Did you say my?
I said bye.
Oh, okay. All right. Bye.
I'm a bit congested.
Okay.
Thank you for the tea.
You're quite welcome anytime.
And then we exit.
All right, you guys exit. The road, the street you guys were on has thinned out a little bit, but down towards the market square, the town square, it seems to have gotten a bit more lively. There's a lot of hooting and hollering, and you can hear some music and stuff. You can hear people partying it up, and as you look down, you can even see most of the buildings have their lights on, and there's a couple of taverns there, and people seem to be having a good time celebrating the Midwinter Festival.
Man, that was a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it was. That
Wow.
was so much information.
I was not expecting to learn that much today.
I know. I can't believe he likes Whimsy too.
We need to get him out of here. He could be a really useful resource.
Well, let's do what we're gonna do for now.
What are we gonna do? So we've got some
Are
options.
we going to that
We're going to
tavern?
that
Going to the Onyx.
yeah, we're going there.
Onyx.
We can try and purchase room and board, and then keep an eye out for
I hope we have
Olafix.
enough money.
I have no idea if we have.
We
enough
don't want to wait and put all our eggs in one basket here, just on the chance that he happens to show up.
Right, but we need a place to stay
But
anyway.
yes, that's true.
What
but
is
I'm
your
saying
other egg that you're referring to?
what I suggest is we get our room, and then we decide a plan.
Wow. That's
So your plan is to
That's big.
plan.
To plan,
more?
yes, but there's many ways we can go about
Right.
this.
Well, let's continue on our current plan, and then we can talk about further plans.
Brilliant.
Lovely.
All right, so you guys head
Plan.
getting planny.
head towards the market square.
Hirstag's gonna cast Plan Growth.
That's a good spell.
And you guys want to just continue on to try to find the Onyx?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, while
We'll look for
being
the-
observant.
Okay.
We'll look for the spinny roof place.
I mean, that's going to be hard. It's a lot of the roofs are spinning.
Yeah.
But you guys move
I feel like that
through-
would have been a good thing to let us know.
I did several
Oh.
times.
Bullshit.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, you guys move through the marketplace and go in kind of the direction that Varolus indicated, and you guys eventually see on the far end of a street a large building, brightly colored, in fact, orange, red, and purple streamers hanging down from it, and a large emblazoned sign saying "The Onyx." You can see lots of lights on inside, and you can see people going in and out, and in all the lit windows, it seems like there's shadows moving around of people reveling and having a good time. You guys want to go that way?
Yep.
All right, so you approach the massive building with the there's many points on it with spinning conical roofs, moving up and down and spinning, and you are unstopped going in as you push the door open to enter. You are greeted with a very incensey type of smell, very, very thick, almost misty air kind of brushes against your face as you enter, and you can see it is a large hallway that has been kind of repurposed at one point into like a mead hall, and there's lots of rows of tables, people having a good time, and there's row after row after row after row, way taller than the building from the outside, going up and up and up, maybe 100 feet up to the ceiling. There are different balconies and rows, and there are several hundred people in here having a good time. There's a massive bar with several bartenders tending, and yeah, it's a big happening place. There's music playing, and yeah, looks like a fun environment. And you can see people like spinning and dancing, and there's demons and tieflings, and a few people look your direction, but nobody really seems to mind too much that you guys are here.
Cool. All right.
Make way for the bar.
All right. You guys sidle on up. Takes you a moment to get through all the partying people, but you get to the bar, and a small tiefling woman approaches you and looks over at you.
What do you have then?
What do you recommend?
Well, we've got beer. That's about it.
Yeah, beer's always safe.
Beer it'll be.
All right. Are you here just to drink, or are you here for pleasure as well?
Pleasure?
Yes. Our greatest draw is our mystery chambers.
Mystery chambers?
Yes. We're one of the few establishments on this plane that are allowed the magic to create these mystery chambers. They're quite fun. If you've never experienced them, they are a bit pricey, but they are definitely worth every last blue.
What happens in mystery chambers?
Oh, it is constructed out of your most fantastic desires and greatest imaginings. Everybody's experience is different.
Whoa. How much are you?
That sounds pretty awesome.
How much are your regular rooms to stay the night?
They are a blue apiece.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You do have blue.
Yeah, so much blue.
Well,
We'll take one. One room.
One room?
One room.
All right. Wonderful. And for all 5 of you?
Yeah.
How big are they?
Well, they could probably accommodate. It might be a bit tight, but
That's how we like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yes, absolutely. So 1 room. Do you have a floor preference?
I don't know.
Probably closer to the main floor.
Closer to the main floor. Well, we 1 floor up. We can definitely accommodate you there. Can I see the blue?
Yeah. I'll take a blue out of my pouch.
Perfect.
Hand it over.
She looks at it, stuffs it into her shirt, and turns around and walks over to behind a couple of bottles, pushes them aside, and reaches into a hole in the wall, and whispers something, and then you hear like a tss, and then she comes back with a quite large key. It's a lot larger than a key you guys are used to. It's about the size of a fist. And she comes back over and hands it to you, Pinwin.
Thank you.
It's very ornate, and it's kind of heavy.
Okay.
Well, there you are. Anything else for you?
Let's get those beers also.
4 beers?
Yeah.
4 beers?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Those will each be a purple.
Can you
many-
make change with the blue?
Yes. I could do that, yes.
Okay, here's blue.
All right. And she takes a blue, looks at it, stuffs it into her shirt, turns around, and takes out this little contraption on the back bar, starts pushing on it a couple of times, and then you hear like a ching, and then a little slot opens up, and she pulls out a few more purple and hands them back to you, Pinwin.
Thank you. you.
How many?
I just picture it.
You now have 3 purple.
Awesome. I just picture it like a kid's toy register.
So 1 blue
Is 3
7.
purple.
7 purple.
Oh, 7. Yeah. Cool.
Anything else?
I don't think so for now. What time of day is it, DM?
Oh, it's night now.
But not like crazy late?
Well, it's hard to tell because there's no actual changing outside. You know that it's night because the lights are on. It seems like they almost do that out of habit more than anything else. But you can discern that it's night, and the lights weren't on before you went in with into Valoris's house.
What was the president's name?
Oh, that was Olafeist.
Olaf.
Okay. I'm going to continue speaking to the bartender.
Okay.
It looks like you get all kinds of patrons in here.
Well, it is the number 1 spot here in Demonford, especially for this time of year.
I've even heard that Olafeist comes here.
Well, yes, of course, this is his establishment.
He owns it.
Yes, owns, operates. He isn't here very often, though.
Oh no? Not even during the festival?
No, he's very busy, but he is here occasionally. In fact, I think he might be here tonight. He's supposed to do an inventory count.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
So it's all work and no play for him.
Yes, well, I mean, if you've got the money, you can pretty much do whatever you want.
Yes, that's true.
Well, we'll let you know if we need more drinks.
Thank you, and enjoy your rooms. Let me know how your stay is.
Okay, thank you.
What's your name again?
Nati.
That's very pretty.
Thank you.
Calm down.
Tomas winks at her.
Let's find a seat by the door, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. It's actually pretty hard to find a spot open. There's a lot of the tables, while long, are mostly filled. You see random spots open here and there, but it would be hard to find a spot for all of you.
I'll stand.
You'll stand? You guys are you all gonna stand, or?
I'll sit.
So you sidle up to a spot in between a couple of tieflings.
I'll just sit on the floor near the wall.
All right. Pinwin, what are you gonna do?
Not looking weird, just trying to blend in to these demons.
Are
and
the chairs
tieflings.
really tall and really big?
Yeah, the chairs go up to about your chin height, and yeah, they're the chairs. You're gonna have to do a little hop to get on.
I pictured benches.
Well, they are benches. Sorry, they're long benches, but they are to you they're mid, they're about abdomen height.
Okay,
Do you need a boost?
I got it.
Just asking.
Nope.
Throw your back out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll sit down too.
Seems like a happening place.
So do you want to start any of that other planning?
I do.
Yeah. If you had one of those rooms down there, what do you think would be in them? I've never thought about a magical room.
Why don't you buy one and try it out?
I'm not even sure what my desires would be necessarily.
I think it'd be really bouncy in there. You get some good jumps in, and what about you, Gorbs?
I mean, I saw her mansion. That was wild.
Lots of books.
Books? Cool.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe books.
Books are nice. Yeah,
Right.
some good
No,
stories.
it'd probably be quite a bit like my mansion.
Mine's a secret.
It's a secret? Ooh.
Of humans.
I don't know if I even want to ask what that secret is.
Well, it wouldn't matter because I'm not telling you.
Shove pine cones up there. Ribbed for his pleasure. Oh,
Room of
girl.
figging.
So,
Well,
I mean, Demon Fort is the first place we've been to that wasn't that cabin. I'm assuming there's probably more places if shit goes south here.
Yeah. I wonder if it's the whole plane that you can't use magic, or if it's just, like, this area.
We didn't try till we got here.
That would have been a good question.
We tried at
Yeah.
the shack.
We did?
Yeah.
But it didn't work.
No.
Wonder how big this plane is.
I don't think we have time to explore the whole thing.
So what ideas are you talking about, Hirstag? Do you have another plan?
I'll
Since
write
you-
the plan. Yeah.
Okay, so it depends on how good you want this story to be.
So good?
We can have a nice little uprising, talk to people here, gauge how they feel about how things are going here. I'm assuming that most of them don't like the situation. Maybe get some word spread.
Sure, get some allies
Yeah.
even for tomorrow. Hopefully we can get them all to be allies and then we all work together like you said. They seem friendly enough.
That is not how desperate people work.
But I feel like that would be a really epic way to get out of here. And we kind of fix it for everyone.
It would be epic, but the only thing these people know is that there is one key, one way out.
If they...
Why would they...
So we tell them, we try to get them to think outside the box a little bit.
Okay.
They keep coming up with these keys
That's
every year.
That's a lot to lay on someone.
Well, they've probably seen it firsthand. Maybe they're not the thinking types, but I mean, they've got to be getting those keys from somewhere. So, I mean, that's one way we could do it. The other way is, well, the other way that I've thought of is to just try our best in the melee, see how that goes, but there's no assured, we don't have any assurance that we will win.
I'm pretty sure.
I feel like we could take them,
We're so good.
Dude,
but
we have no magic here.
I've got my hammer.
I've got my bow.
How many times have we won battles without magic?
I've never.
To be
but-
fair, how many have we tried to win without magic?
Why would we try it? We've almost died a lot.
So do you want to go with the uprising thing?
I'm still watching the door to see if Olafeist comes in.
That's another idea I had. We could try to corner him somewhere, see if we can figure out.
I feel like Gorbel's gonna try and swoon him.
I mean, that
Not necessarily
Definitely.
swoon him, but at least charm him.
And at that moment, the door opens, and who should it be but Olafeist comes in the door. He looks around, kind of smiling at the establishment, looks over at the bar and nods to someone, and walks past you guys and pauses. And then he stops, furrows his brow, and looks at all of you. Hello.
Hi.
Hey there.
Hi.
Why are you here?
Accident.
What do you mean?
You're from Algaria?
You have a good nose.
Yeah. Wolves of Moonreach,
Are you
right?
professionally trained?
What?
You smelled that?
No. I was just messing with you. I know who you are. Please, do you want to join me for dinner?
Yeah. Do we ever?
Well, right this way. And
All
he
right.
snaps his fingers, and one of the bartenders looks over, nods, and goes out around to the back. Please, follow me.
All right.
I follow.
This is Plan C or D.
That's where we're going to end for the night.
That was unexpected.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
He's
So, yeah.
trying to woo me.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening,
Yeah,
guys. Once again, a shout out to Adrian Von Ziegler and his music. And make sure you guys like and subscribe and do all that good stuff. We really appreciate you guys listening. We love seeing the comments on our Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. You guys are doing a really good job. I want to do a special shout out to Ross, who snaps me about once a week with a with a D20 Syndicate relevant snap.
I want Ross's snaps.
Too bad they're for me. Maybe you all get lucky enough. But yeah, so thanks for listening, guys, and we'll conclude this episode on Thursday. And yeah, other than that, anybody else have anything else to say? All right, well, once again, we are the D20 Syndicate podcast, bi-weekly podcast where we go on adventures so you don't have to. So you don't have to. But yeah, all right, that's it. See you guys Thursday. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, she's up there.
There she goes. Good
Such
girl.
a good girl.
So good.
No.
So good. My God.
Woof, 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 woof. Bow, wow, wow, wow. I'm a puppy. Oh, yes, I am.
He's a lich girl.
And it's gone too far.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
What you
that's
do, it don't matter because we're on this plane.
You can rely on the old man's phylactery. You can rely on the old man's phylactery.
On the shiny blue money.
It's a bit, girl, that this turtle hasn't had any whimsy in like 300 years. Or any cake. What the fuck is happening? Give
It
him
was
some
his
cake.
birthday. Give him some cake, man.